Imagine this. Peter Parker comes face to face with the man who once mentored him, inspired him, and sacrificed his life for the universe. But this time, that same face belongs to Dr. Doom. Yeah, you heard that right. Robert Downey Jr. isn't coming back as Tony Stark. He's coming back as Victor Von Doom. And now, the multiverse is twisting the ultimate emotional knife straight through Spider-Man's heart. Today we're breaking down everything, from Tom Holland and Robert Downey Jr.'s new video teasing their Avengers Doomsday roles, to how the Russo brothers have restructured Avengers 5 and 6 into a heartbreaking multiversal collision that changes Spider-Man forever. This might just be Marvel's most emotional story since Endgame, and it all starts now. Welcome back, everyone. This is Everything Wonder, your home for deep dive MCU breakdowns, story analysis, and all the crazy details that Marvel hides between the frames. And today, we're exploring the major reveal from Tom Holland and Robert Downey Jr.'s latest promo video, a subtle yet powerful teaser for what's coming in Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. We'll unpack Spider-Man's role, his new connection with Dr. Doom, and how this sets up one of the most emotional moments in the MCU's future. The cryptic promotional video. So here's what just happened. Tom Holland and Robert Downey Jr. released a joint promotional video. Not a trailer, not a behind-the-scenes clip, but something much more cryptic. The tone felt like a callback to those playful spoiler bros moments from Infinity War and Endgame, the kind of Marvel marketing that teases without telling. But make no mistake, this wasn't random. The video was intentionally timed to reignite excitement for Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars, as both actors prepare to return to the spotlight. And the fact that Marvel let them appear together this early? That's a massive clue about how central their connection will be to the next two Avengers movies. The real-world angle, contracts and synergy. There's also a fascinating real-world angle here. Robert Downey Jr.'s new contract for Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars reportedly totals nearly $80 million, bringing his career Marvel earnings close to $500 million. And while Tom Holland isn't quite at that level, his new deal following No Way Home marks his biggest payday yet, covering not just the next Spider-Man trilogy but also the Avengers films. But here's the twist. Both actors are using this hype to fuel their own creative ventures. They've each launched personal production and creative companies, using the buzz around Doomsday to build long-term value beyond the MCU. It's smart business and classic Marvel synergy. The ultimate twist, RDJ as Dr. Doom. Now let's talk about the biggest narrative change, Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom. According to what we've learned from the Fantastic Four post-credits scene, this Doom originates from Earth-828, a world forever trapped in the retro-futuristic 1960s. His armor? Sleek but vintage, a nod to the original Jack Kirby designs. And here's where it gets wild. Marvel reportedly wants Downey's face visible for much of the movie. So instead of the scarred, masked Doom we know from the comics, Franklin Richards will use his powers to heal Doom's face, restoring his Tony Stark-like appearance. This sets up one of the most emotional twists in Avengers history. When Spider-Man sees Doom without the mask, he thinks Tony Stark is alive. Psychological warfare, Peter Parker's trauma. Just imagine it. Peter Parker, already broken, exhausted, and isolated, sees his fallen mentor's face again. This is no simple cameo. This is psychological warfare. Remember, by the time of Spider-Man Brand New Day, Peter has lost nearly everything. He's erased from his friends' memories, lives in emotional isolation, and has dedicated himself entirely to being Spider-Man. No rest, no life, just endless responsibility. And now, when he finally faces Doom, he's forced to confront a twisted reflection of the man who made him believe in heroism in the first place. It's classic Marvel tragedy. Personal stakes wrapped inside multiversal chaos. In Brand New Day, the Punisher reportedly plays a key supporting role, not as a villain, but as a dark mirror for Spider-Man's morality. The Punisher kills without hesitation. Spider-Man refuses to cross that line. And in the middle of their ideological clash, the symbiote arc begins to resurface, slowly driving Peter toward darkness. It's a psychological setup. By the time we reach Avengers Doomsday, Peter is emotionally volatile, morally tested, and haunted by loss. So when Dr. Doom, with Tony Stark's face, reappears, it's the breaking point. The Hulk exception, connecting the dots. Now let's connect the magical dots. Remember Doctor Strange's spell at the end of No Way Home? It made the world forget Peter Parker's identity, but not Spider-Man's existence. So the Avengers remember fighting alongside Spider-Man, but they don't remember Peter Parker. There's one key exception, Hulk. Because of his resistance to certain magic in the comics, Hulk's consciousness remembers Peter, even if Bruce Banner doesn't. This creates a fascinating setup for Brand New Day, where a more primal, savage Hulk resurfaces, retaining memories no one else can. That's how the MCU will start rethreading Spider-Man back into the Avengers before Doomsday hits. The Russos restructured Doomsday and Secret Wars. When Marvel brought back the Russo brothers, everything shifted. The original Kang Dynasty storyline was scrapped, and Avengers Doomsday became the new focal point. The Russos are rebuilding this as a two-part emotional odyssey, Doomsday and Secret Wars, where the first film ends on a catastrophic, Infinity War-style cliffhanger. Expect a high body count, collapsing realities, and only a few surviving heroes crossing over into Secret Wars. And Spider-Man? He's one of the survivors, because narratively, he has to be the emotional through line between both films, Battleworld and The Void. While most of the Avengers will fall during Doomsday, Peter's survival is crucial. As the multiverse collapses, the remnants of reality reform into Battleworld, the same concept from Hickman's 2015 Secret Wars comics. And according to reports, the MCU's version of Battleworld will likely reuse the Void, the mysterious dimension seen in Loki and Deadpool and Wolverine. This is where the surviving heroes, including Spider-Man, will face Doom's godlike rule. It's a poetic inversion. Tony Stark died to save the universe. Victor Doom, wearing his face, might destroy it. The multiverse reunion. What about Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield? Don't expect them to play major roles in Avengers Doomsday. Their true return will be saved for Secret Wars, when the multiverse fully fractures and Spider-Man from every universe collide once more. That'll be the emotional payoff to that line from No Way Home. We should do this again sometime. Secret Wars will be that moment. A reunion, a redemption, and maybe even a final goodbye for multiple generations of Spider-Man. Conclusion: confronting ghosts. So let's bring it all together. Robert Downey Jr. returning as Dr. Doom isn't just stunt casting, it's emotional storytelling. It forces both the characters and the audience to question what legacy, identity, and loss truly mean in a multiverse where faces repeat but souls differ. Spider-Man's arc through Brand New Day and Doomsday isn't just about saving worlds. It's about rediscovering hope after unimaginable loss. And for Marvel, this might just be the emotional reset the franchise needs. So, to sum it up, Spider-Man's story in Avengers. Doomsday isn't about fighting villains. It's about confronting ghosts. A universe that looks like your friend, but isn't him. A world collapsing under the weight of its own echoes. And a Spider-Man who has to stand tall when every mask, even Doom's, feels familiar. I'm Everything Wonder, and this is only the beginning of the multiverse's darkest chapter.